Hey there, it's Mike on another sunny day in Vancouver. Of course, we have so many of them, but this summer, we're very lucky. But it can be very bright, and that's why I wear sunglasses out here. Um, Today I want to borrow a line from, what book was it? I think it was Diabetes for Dummies, and saying that sorry, someone's smoking pot in there. It just drives me crazy. But in that book, it mentions that, you're all putting on a show and you're the star. And there's many different parts of it. There's craft services, which are your dietitians. There's insurance company, which is your producer. So there's an awful lot that people do for you. And it's important for you to follow up. For years, the doctor prescribed me this medication, and it didn't work. And I thought, oh, it didn't work. And I ended up in an emergency. And one thing, my blood pressure was high, and I said, oh yeah, I was on that drug, but it didn't work. And then all of a sudden, you know what? It did work. And when they put me back on it, my life got so much better. So you have to be prepared to follow, because you are important to do it. And anyone who doesn't want to follow that, maybe you should see someone, because diabetes can lead to many other ailments, and people forget that. So you need to ensure, that you do everything you can every single day. So you want to take your medication. You want to make sure, if your doctor makes an appointment, that you go to them. If you don't agree with them, well, make another appointment. Or, find out how something could work better for you. People get stuck in routines and saying, oh, well, I've done it this way and I've taken this much insulin for years and I feel fine. Well, if you don't test your blood sugars, how are you going to know? How are you going to have documentation that you're actually feeling fine? So, again, you are the star, and you are the whole reason everyone gets together to do things. And if you don't follow through and do them, well, why should people do this for you? And, just to sit there and say, oh, I have brittle diabetes, and well, you've got to get out and you've got to try to find answers. Doesn't mean, you're always going to find answers, but you may find a thread, something that your doctor can take and go with so that you're able to go and get some answers done. But you should never just be satisfied with what your doctor says. Get out, find the answer. Because if you don't, you may never be well. And, if you're not well, then you're going to be suffering for the rest of your life. Okay, just excuse me here for a moment. So, sometimes you need to shake up your whole habit and come up with new ways of developing. Because, if you don't, whose fault is it? It's not your doctor's fault. It's yours. Sort of thing. If you're taught how to do your own corrections with your insulin dose, you're going high for a bit. Well then, if you don't do it, whose fault is it? Hi, so I'm just home. So, if you take responsibility for your actions, a lot of times brittle diabetes is because the person just doesn't take responsibility. Doesn't mean that's always the case. And in my case, it's something completely different. But that's it for today. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.